Hey guys, today I am going to be showing you how I made over $200,000 of profit in 1 month from selling on Amazon. This profit came from selling on Amazon.com in the United States. Even though I live in Canada, I buy a lot of my inventory within Canada and then have it taken across the border by a company and then sell it on Amazon.com. Prior to selling on Amazon.com, I sold on Amazon.ca, which is this Canadian marketplace for selling on Amazon, and the market is a lot smaller, and ever since I got into selling on Amazon.com, it's been a complete game changer, and I recommend that everyone tries selling on Amazon.com to see what it's really like in comparison to just selling on Amazon.ca. Basically, you need to give the American market a try because it's just so much larger of a market. That's where Amazon started. That's where most people who know about Amazon live, and a lot of people in the United States shop on Amazon.com. So that's how I was able to turn from 2 years ago making $100,000 of revenue per month to now making over $200,000 of profit in 1 month from selling on Amazon.com. This is from someone myself, who never even sold on Amazon.com 3 years ago. Now, obviously with everything that's going on in the world, more and more people are shopping online, margins have went up, and that's what's allowed me to make this significant amount of money in 1 month. This has been my best month ever. I've never had a month that's been over 200,000. Actually, it's over 250,000 Canadian. So, in profit in 1 month. So, how did I do this? How did I get to this point? Well, the absolute key of what I've done to get to this point is building my inventory. There's no way I would have been able to sell that much in 1 month to make over 200,000 US profit in 1 month if I didn't have the inventory. So I've been building up my inventory over the years, and now it's gotten to the point where I have at any given time over $1 million of inventory that's available for sale on Amazon.com. So that allows me to sell, $300,000 to $500,000 every month on Amazon. And then with building up your inventory comes more sales. And if you can build up your inventory to a point where it's all paid off and you're not incurring credit card debt from it or credit card interest rates, then it's a really good point to be in. You don't want to get into Amazon and then start buying everything on your credit card and then be paying like a 30 or 40% interest rate. I'm not sure exactly how much they are. Thankfully, I've been able to pay off my credit cards that I buy inventory with every single month, so I've never had to pay interest on them, but I know it's a fairly high percentage, and you don't want to get into the point where you're buying inventory with a credit card that you're going to have to pay interest on. So you want to only buy the inventory that you have enough money for. Now, with that being said, if you're going to just get started and you're going to buy like $500 of inventory, then okay, it's fine. You may pay a bit of interest, but it's not going to be significant. But I'm just saying, don't go buy like $10,000 worth of stuff and then hope that it sells and then regret it and have to be paying these high interest rates. And with this being said, if you don't learn how to sell on Amazon from someone who knows what they're doing and you're just trying to get into it and learn on your own, that's fine, but you have to expect that your learning curve and your way of getting started and how fast you're going to grow your business is going to take a lot longer. Your time frame is going to be a lot longer if you don't learn from someone who already knows what they're doing. I've had a few people email me recently asking if I do one-on-one training to show my methods of how I sell on Amazon. And yes, I do one-on-one training. It's pretty expensive. I charge $400 US per hour. It's a flat rate, and basically during those Skype calls I like to go over with, it's either students or people who haven't bought my course who are just wanting to learn a little bit more about Amazon. We go over kind of the methods that I use, and then I answer any questions that that person may have. Now, the alternative to doing a one-on-one Skype call, which is only an hour, is my course, which is called the FBA Freedom Course, and that is $997, so like 2.5 hours of one-on-one, basically equivalent, but you get training step-by-step on everything that I do in my business and how I sell high-ticket items. That's kind of what the course is more focused on, is learning how to sell high-value items and how to make bigger profits per unit, and using the online arbitrage business model. So that's the model that I've used since basically day one. I started out with retail arbitrage and online arbitrage, and now I've grown my online arbitrage business to be a significant amount. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm in like the top 1% of people doing online arbitrage, because it's a little harder business to scale to this level, but I've found really a lot of ways around it, and even ways around certain online retailers that only allow you to buy like 2 units or 5 units or 10 units. I found ways around that. So I go over everything in my course on how to grow an Amazon FBA business, but the bottom line is, the best thing you can do if you haven't already started is to create an account. And you don't have to buy my course, you don't have to do one-on-one training with me. You can watch my YouTube videos and learn how to get started. But like I said, it'll just be a longer learning curve, because if you have a step-by-step process of how you can get started and how you can learn everything that you need to know to sell on Amazon FBA in one like course where you can just watch the videos step by step, that's going to be a lot faster learning curve, and you're going to be able to get started a lot quicker. But like I said, you don't have to, and you're not obligated just because you're watching this video to go buy my course. Like, no, I don't care. I'm still making an insane amount of money from my Amazon FBA business, that the course income is just on the side. And I really do like to help people and help people get started selling on Amazon. But like I said, it's not my primary source of income. The majority of my days are spent on my Amazon FBA business, growing that, finding new products to buy, using tactical arbitrage to find new products to buy. And that's the other thing, that's the other question I get asked is, do I still use tactical arbitrage to this day? Because I made videos up to like a couple of years ago when I started using tactical arbitrage. But yes, I still use it. I still run searches every day. I have virtual assistants running searches for me. I have virtual assistants that do my bookkeeping. I have virtual assistants that help me with anything that I like, an administrative virtual assistant that helps me with responding to customers and dealing with any supplier issues, stuff like that, dealing with returns. I have virtual assistants for that. So where do I hire my virtual assistants from? Onlinejobs.ph. I've made many videos about those before, but virtual assistants can really help you to scale your business. And that kind of brings me to my next point, is that I have used virtual assistants to scale my online arbitrage business on Amazon FBA to this point where, like I said, I made over $200,000 profit in 1 month. And that did not come easy. That's with building up, like I said, my inventory, sending everything into Amazon, buying stuff in Canada, buying stuff in the United States. And the thing is, when you buy inventory in the United States and send it to FBA warehouses, you can send an unlimited amount. There's no having to cross a border to get your inventory into Amazon. So with selling on Amazon.com but buying inventory in Canada, it gets a little more challenging because you have to get everything across the border, and there can be limitations. The biggest limitation is that you can only send $800 per warehouse per day of inventory if you don't want to pay duties and tax on it. You can do something what's called a formal entry, which you can send an unlimited amount, but you're going to pay for it. So I try to keep my items going to Amazon under $800 per warehouse per day. But like, obviously Amazon has a lot of different warehouses, so it's possible to still get a lot of inventory across every day. And I do formal entries from time to time when I get a massive shipment in and I just have to get it out quickly. Then that's what I do. The next thing is to scale your Amazon business and get to this point is have the right infrastructure. So right now I've been using prep centers, and I've been doing some of the prep myself from the comfort of my own home, which is fine, but my business has now outgrown that. So as of August 1st, I'm moving into a larger warehouse. I've been running my business from my house, and then I have a small warehouse right now, but now I'm moving into a larger warehouse. It's going to be 1,900 square feet, plus there's another 1,100 square feet that's covered that can be closed off. So I'm gonna most likely have that closed off and then have like a 3,000 square foot warehouse, which is going to allow me to basically cut out the prep centers. And there's nothing wrong with prep centers, but the only thing I've found is that with everything that's going on in the world right now, more and more sellers are using prep centers, and that has created more of a lengthy lead time for them to get my inventory and get it out to Amazon. So what I'm going to do with this new warehouse is basically get everything sent there and deal with it myself, and not have to worry about prep centers, because prep centers are great if you're just starting out or if you're doing, you know, a few hundred items here and there. But I'm getting into where I'm doing thousands of items, and if the prep center can't keep up and I have them holding on to items that I bought in April, for example, that's money that's just sitting there, whereas it could have been at Amazon's warehouse and already sold if they would have got it out quicker. So I'm gonna have the ability to get that stuff out quicker, and by doing so, I'm going to be able to make more of a profit. So I hope you can take a few things out of this video. I gave a lot of little tips and tricks of what I use to scale my business to over $200,000 of profit in 1 month. Now this is my best month ever, and over the last 3 months I've made over 100,000 profit each month, but that number is going down now as other suppliers are coming back into stock. And the reason I was able to make so much money during everything that's going on is because I had the inventory already. I had like over $1 million of inventory that was available for sale. Some of the brands that I buy, they turned their warehouses into facilities to make masks with everything that's going on. So they had a huge backup, and then they weren't able to get stock out to suppliers and to customers. So that's what allowed me to sell so much, because I already had that inventory at Amazon's warehouses, and that's what allowed me to have a lot higher margins. The other reason that my margins are a lot higher right now is the US dollar is very strong compared to the Canadian dollar, and when I convert everything back from US dollars to Canadian dollars, it just increases my profit. Like right now, over this time last year, it's probably like a 5% difference. So that's a 5% pure profit, because that's just the conversion rate different. And so that's allowed me to make even that much more. I've sold, I think, almost $3 million US on Amazon.com so far this year. So if you look at that, that's anywhere from $150,000 to $200,000 difference than I would have made the previous year, just based on the exchange rate. So it's significant, and that's allowed me to make more money and increase my profit margins. So if you have any questions about the online arbitrage business model, how I've grown it, or if you want to learn any more about my course or my one-on-one training, feel free to comment below or send me an email. My email will be in the description below. And yeah, I look forward to hearing from you guys, and I hope that you will implement some of these things that I went over in this video to grow your own Amazon FBA business. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more.